Let's talk a little bit now about PDFs and how to create PDFs. In this example, we're going to take a look at creating PDFs from Google Chrome. The process is similar no matter what you're using here when it comes to a web browser and using the print function. We're also going to take a look at another possibility for creating a PDF through our Google accounts, which is very handy. So I'll show you how to do that as well. And it's in particular handy when using your Chromebooks because you can actually save a copy of something to your Chromebook. Now, that leads us into why PDFs are so valuable or so important. Basically, anything that you can see in your computer screen, you can eventually turn into a PDF or a screenshot. And we know that from our A3 EdTech concept. And the reason why PDFs are so valuable, or the ability to do that so valuable, is from time to time we do have scenarios or we do have times where we may not be able to access things online. Maybe it's some material you found on a web page, or maybe it's a document. Maybe it's a picture or something, or in this case, maybe it's a slideshow that you created that you need to study from. And maybe you want to be able to study in the bus, or maybe you want to be able to study, at the ball field watching your brother's or sister's baseball or softball game, or maybe your grandma's house and grandma doesn't have internet. Whatever the case may be, making something into a PDF allows you to save it on the device and be able to access it, whether you have internet or not. So let's walk through the process here. It's very simple, or fairly simple anyway, to do this. And like I said, you have two different options here when it comes to your slideshow here. In this case, what we're going to do first is we're going to go through the option to be able to print. So what I want to do is I have my slides ready to go, let's say, and I want to go to File and Print. All right, which is way down here at the bottom. Now when I do that, it will take me to the printer page here. And it says I have 9 sheets of paper. Now you might want to check over just to make sure you have everything you're supposed to have here and everything. Now what you need to do whenever you are using it to print, or whenever you are, when you're not going to print it but keep it as a PDF, is you need to change the destination here. Okay? Right now it's set to print here at school. I don't want that. I want to save as PDF. So I'm going to go to Change. And then the list of destinations here, and I got quite a few. I just want to go to where it says Save as PDF. So I'm going to click on that. So now it will save it instead the destination. Instead of sending it to a printer, it's going to save as PDF. Now that destination now changes or turns into where do you want to save it. So I have it saved as PDF right now. I'm going to go up here to the button. I notice it doesn't say print anymore. It says Save. I'm going to go ahead and click where it says Save. And it's going to ask me, okay, where do you want to save it to? Okay, and I can choose wherever it is that I want to go with it. I'm going to go to Downloads, and I'm just going to name it the print, and I'll show you why I do that in a second here, because I'm going to show you where it's saved. But anyway, so I'm just going to call it that. Remember, you have some naming parameters that you should be saving yours as. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click Save, and that will save it as a PDF, and I'll show you that in a second. Another handy piece here, guys, and this is really important for use with your Chromebooks, because when I do it like that, I'm not sure how well that saves to your Chromebook, or if it gives you the option to save it. But here's a chance where you can save it right to your Chromebook fairly easy, because I've tried this already. When you go to File, instead of going to Print, go to Download As. All right, and you'll notice that one of the options in here is to download it as a PDF. Now, for your own reference, if you have a PC at home with Windows on it and you have PowerPoint and you want to change something from a Google slideshow to a PowerPoint, here's an option for that actually. But here we're focused on the PDF. This is really easy. You just go Download As, PDF document, and it's going to download a copy for me down here. And I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I didn't make my screen big enough here. You'll see down below that it downloaded a copy of it. And when I look at in my Downloads folder now, if I open up a window here and I go to my Downloads area here, which should be on the side here, if you don't see that, maybe look for downloads in this area here. But there should be a downloads feature here, that your downloads menu you can choose from here. And you'll notice here now, in my downloads folder, there's the print one that I did, and then there's the copy of that I quickly downloaded. Okay, so that is really handy because when you do it this way, it will download a copy of it to your Google Chromebook. If you're using your Chromebook to make your, PDF copy, it will download a copy of that. So if you're, like I said earlier, if you're on the bus or in the car on the way to school or on the way home, someplace where you don't have internet, okay, you can take a look at that PDF copy and study from it. I hope that makes sense. If you have questions, let me know. But again, I just want everybody to know that this ability to create PDF copies. And again, it doesn't have to be just stuff that you make in Chrome. Anything that you can print, you can basically make a PDF copy of. So hope you found that helpful.